Ladies and gentlemen, good morning and welcome back to our channel once again. And it is my hope and prayer that the video is going to find you guys in good health. Personally, I am fine, as you can see. Kisumu is fantastic, and maybe you could also let me know where you're watching the video from, the county or the country, in case you are out of the republic. Ladies and gentlemen, are we seeing the end of William Ruto? That is the question which most Kenyans are currently asking. Because yesterday, Kenyans celebrated Jamhuri Day across the country. But one thing was very clear. Kenyans either boycotted the event or left when William Ruto's speech was being read. And even in Nairobi, Uhuru Gardens, where the president led the nation, it was very clear that the attendance was so poor. In Mount Kenya, which is going to form the basis of this analysis, you noted what happened in Nyandarua when the county commissioner began reading the statement by the president. They decided to leave.
Tutulie kusema nawaomba tutulie, tusikize hotuba ya Mheshimiwa Rais kwa taifa. Gavana wetu Moses Kiarie, Deputy Governor
in Embu County, it was total boycott. I mean, it was actually shameful.
Watu wako kazi bwana, watu wako kazi. Mshida huku mkituambia tukuje ati jamhuri. Jamhuri gani? Serikali mlishindwa na kufanya kazi. Nataka kukuja mtuambie nini? Hakuna, tutaki sherehe. Kwanza fanyeni kazi bwana. Watu hayuko. Watu wamengavia, watu wako kazi. Watu wako kazi. Hii serikali ni ya kunyanyasa bwana. Huku hakuna watu. Ni polisi peke yake, acha waji entertain. Wakae huko peke yao. Wakae kabisa. Serikali yao ikae huko. Watu wako kazi, watu wako kazi. Hakuna
ati die tunyamaze, die jina Ruto ikisemwa tusipige makelele. Na hiyo kitu hatutaki. Hatutaki hiyo mambo ya kusema ati tukanyamazishwa na mchere hapa sisi. Hatutaki mambo ya chakula. Tuko na njaa lakini mambo ya chakula hapana, ati tunyamaze. Nini rais akitajwa hapa tusioke
na mundu ukaha mauma
And it was also evident from President William Ruto's speech, based on the tone and the delivery, that William Ruto is a worried man.
I have no problem with discourse, criticism, and alternative proposals. In fact, I welcome them and listen to feedback in order to learn, improve, and become better. At the same time, I see clearly that a lot of what passes for fact are actually falsehood, and that most opposition is based on inaccurate representations and sometimes outright disinformation. We are at the stage in our social development when digital technologies have immense capacity to amplify disinformation, magnify fake news, and distort facts beyond all recognition. If we give in to these emerging negative trends, we shall pay with our freedom, democracy, and development.
But the biggest concern is what happened in Mount Kenya. Why would the residents of Mount Kenya boycott Jamhuri Day celebrations or leave when William Ruto's statements were being read? That is exactly what I want us to analyze in this video. But before we do that, for those who are watching this channel for the first time, please take a second or two, click the subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue thanking you guys for your continued support. Because without that support, this channel cannot be where it is. Ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, allow me to dive in. But again, before I dive in, allow me to also take this opportunity to introduce you guys to LemFi. LemFi is a mobile money app for users in the UK, Canada, and the United States of America to send money back to Kenya. They offer the best exchange rates, and the money will be delivered instantly into your M-Pesa account, Airtel Money account, and of course, if you want, directly into your bank account. You can use the link in the pinned comment to download the app. Ladies and gentlemen, let us dive in. What is really happening to William Ruto, especially in Mount Kenya? Is it that bad? Because previously I'd assumed that, of course, the residents of the mountain, just like the rest of the country, even including Rift Valley here, are not very happy with William Ruto. But boycotting the event to that extent. For example, in Migori, there were chaos caused by local leaders. And because of that, the speech by the county commissioner was disrupted. But you could tell from the attendance.
There is a time to resist and a time to accept. Jamani, simwacha tusome speech ya rais. Simwacha tusome speech ya rais. Mwache tu tusome speech ya rais. Sawa sawa, asante. Haya, thank you.
The attendance was not bad. But in Embu, it was worse. In Nyandarua, I'm yet to access the clips from Kiambu, which for me I think might even be worse, and other parts of the mountain. The question is, why are the residents so angry and bitter with William Ruto to an extent that they are expressing it in a national event? For me, it's because of, number one, Rigathi Gachagwa's factor. If there's one mistake which William Ruto committed, and probably he will regret it, was the move to impeach Rigathi Gachagua. I think the timing was not right. I've always explained to you that in politics, timing is key. In my considered opinion, William Ruto probably would have managed Rigathi Gachagua from inside. Of course, you can also argue that dealing with Rigathi Gachagua early enough was also good strategy for Ruto, so that later on he can manage the aftermath. But I think Rigathi Gachagua was prepared, but Ruto was not really prepared for the aftermath, to an extent that any mention of William Ruto today is bad. It's because of the way he mistreated, in quotes, Rigathi Gachagua. So after that mistreatment, popularity of Rigathi Gachagua went up. But at whose expense? That's why I also strongly believe that even if William Ruto were to work with Uhuru Kenyatta, or if Uhuru Kenyatta were to offer full support to William Ruto, I doubt if they will be able to dethrone Rigathi Gachagua from Mount Kenya. So Rigathi Gachagua is a major factor, and is the main reason why William Ruto's popularity has gone down completely. Initially, there were other factors, like for example, the state of economy, blah, blah, blah. But the moment Rigathi Gachagua was impeached, that's it. Number two, William Ruto's popularity in the mountain has also gone down. You see, sometimes when you love someone, the way the mountain loved William Ruto, in most cases, you just even leave whatever you are doing to go and listen to the speeches, to go and be part of their activities. But because William Ruto is currently very unpopular in the mountain, as a result of several factors, I've explained those factors. Maybe Uhuru Kenyatta being vindicated. You know, William Ruto came up with propaganda that, Uhuru did nothing. Then he took over, nothing is happening. He told them, Raila was bad, and he persuaded them to leave Jubilee because of Raila. Now he's working with Raila. So in the mountain, William Ruto is currently very unpopular. And because of that unpopularity, the residents there don't want anything to do with the president. Number 3, I think the residents were also sending some coded message to Uhuru Kenyatta. Uhuru Kenyatta met with William Ruto in Gatundu, and the expectation was that Uhuru was going to join William Ruto for the Jamhuri Day celebrations, which was actually the plan. But I think Uhuru Kenyatta gathered information that the ground was not going to be hostile. Gathered information that the ground was going to be a bit hostile. So he decided to boycott. So the residents wanted to send a coded message to Uhuru Kenyatta. But if you are to join William Ruto, know that you are joining him alone, not with us as the mountain. So for me, I look at it from that perspective. Number 4, there's also the hatred, which I think Rigathi Gachagua has managed to plant in the mountain, the hatred towards William Ruto's allies. Kimani Ichung'wah, anybody who is associated with William Ruto has become an enemy of the mountain. In fact, I was talking to a friend of mine, and you were like, how will William Ruto campaign if his allies cannot go to the ground? The other day, Sabina Chege was literally begging the residents to just leave them, deliver the Christmas gift by the president. So it has reached that level. So it means, William Ruto's allies are very unpopular. People don't want anything to do with them. So those events on the ground, in most cases, like the one I just showed you there in Rongo, the member of parliament was there. The governor was there. In Mount Kenya, in Embu, the governor was there. He's an ally of Ruto. So people boycotted because they don't want anything to do with him. And lastly, I think Kenyans are also tired. And the sooner William Ruto realizes this, the better. Kenyans are tired of William Ruto's stale speeches. William Ruto has consistently stated the same thing since he took over.
To address the urgent need to create opportunities for the hundreds of thousands of young men and women entering the labor market annually, we have expanded the employment opportunity spectrum and implemented strategies to secure jobs abroad to facilitate mobility and placement of suitably qualified Kenyans. Since September 2022, more than 243,000 Kenyans have secured international job opportunities in healthcare, in agriculture, and construction sectors, among other sectors. In the last 2 months alone, 12,000 have secured jobs abroad.
Employment, William Ruto was even trying to explain how the shift SHA is working better than NHIF. This is a man who has never used that system. You go to hospital, everybody's complaining. Kenyans are not mad to an extent that it's only Ruto who is right. Kenyans are not mad that all of them are wrong. The only person who is right is Ruto and those who support him. At least he needs to start listening to Kenyans. And because of those stale statements or speeches, Kenyans would rather just do other things. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what to think, but that's my take. Until next time, this is Lee Makwiny. I think it will take a miracle for William Ruto to be re-elected in 2027. Bye.